one piece of information that you discovered that no one else knew and that everyone's running with is the guaranteed money. Everyone's always focused on the average per year, but tell the people the context with the guaranteed money and how the Niners have never gone over a specific number.
Yeah, because I personally, APY is always fake to me. I mean,
Yeah.
sure, it plays into the salary cap, but guaranteed, no matter what, is what matters because you're pretty much tied to that player. It tattoos your salary cap. You can't get it off until a certain amount of time, whatever you allocate that guaranteed money towards. So just breaking it down, I actually have a caution thing for this to point me in the right direction is you look at who their top contracts are and guarantees. There's George Kittle, there's Fred Warner. I think Trent Williams is over 40, just over 40 million guarantee. But the highest of them all is your boy Jimmy Garoppolo, 48.7, which at the time was what, like already 3-4 years ago at this point. And now it probably was a fairly high number. But I mean, that's a premium position. That's quarterback, supposed to be the best position in the game. And whether we agreed or not, that's the money you hand out to such an influential position. Not really to a wide receiver. I mean, they didn't start getting that until this year. Right. And now if you're the 49ers, you're going to all of a sudden step out of your comfort zone and go over 20 million towards that realm. If Deebo's demanding the bag, if he's demanding that, hey, all pro season I just came off of, hey, look at what my peers are getting, then of course you're going to want to ride that hot wave and just say, look, I want around that 70 million guaranteed mark. Maybe not so much more than Tyreek, but just around there, come feed me. I need that money.
Like, what if he wants? What if he thinks he's being generous and meeting the Niners halfway by asking for 60 million guaranteed? It's like he's just all pro, but he's like, I'll meet you halfway, 60 million. That's still almost 12 million more than the Niners have ever gone to in guaranteed money, and it's not a quarterback. Now, I mean, I could see other teams wanting to give Deebo this money, but I don't know if Parag and the Niners will open their minds or their wallets to do this. A lot of guaranteed money, and it seems like they don't like to do this. Mm-hmm. They don't like to give it out.
Remember, Brock Buckner said he was willing to go halfway, and that wasn't even, I guess, enough. Or the 49ers weren't willing to even meet him that length. So there is something to that.
So I'm guessing the Niners have made an offer and haven't really budged yet. I think they kind of like to wait you out, sweat you out, and then finally negotiate and meet in the middle at the very end. If you had to guess where their initial guaranteed offer is, I know it's not an accurate guess, but how low do you think they're working from here?
I'm copying what Sanel said and I think they went to the 35-40 million range guarantee for sure. I think they went that far. I think they did.
If they offered 35 and Deebo's asking for 70, I mean, that's twice. Damn. This is complicated. Yeah. This is complicated.
That's why I think you got to look for like the meat. If you're looking for guaranteed money if you're the 49ers, you obviously know you're going to have to like step it up what Garoppolo did. So to me, I think 50-60 range is probably where you're going to like feel like if you're the 49ers, you're okay with, if that's what you want to, if that's where Deebo's going to aim for. So at least, and then maybe just bump up, some that's something that they're going to have to step out of their comfort zone.
Right. Because it's not just Deebo, right? It's Deebo and Bosa. And we don't even know which guy's going to get paid more. Maybe Bosa, maybe Deebo. I mean, it's kind of like wide receivers are going neck and neck and how much they get. Wide receivers and DNs are going neck and neck how much they get paid. So, I mean, it's not just like the 50 to 70 million guaranteed the Niners have to give Deebo. How much guaranteed are they going to have to give Bosa too? And are they really the kind of organization that's excited to do this?
Well, if the Niners are lucky, they will be asking the Raiders, hey, how'd you get Max Crosby on a $30 million guaranteed deal? That's stealing right there. So they would love that. My goodness. Yeah, he's going to demand more than Deebo for sure. And most likely that's what they're going to view it because of how they view defensive line. They've always known defensive. Kyle Shanahan says trenches first, defensive linemen. You have impactful defensive linemen. Screw the rest. We're good everywhere else. And I mean, when you're Kyle Shanahan, you can change some pieces around, wide receiver, running back. You can't really affect too much the defensive line. I think they might look towards, bumping up more with Bosa because they probably view him more as that premium guy, that area where, hey, I don't have to do anything. Let's just unleash him versus Deebo. It's kind of like he probably figures I have to like put him in certain spots to really get the best out of him.
Last thing on this before we move on, it seems like the Niners are a little stuck in the past here. They like to have low guarantees, team-friendly deals. We'll say you're the highest paid player in the league, but really you don't have a ton of guaranteed money and we can get out and da-da-da-da. Well, it seems like as the cap's going up and the top players, the most expensive players get more power in the league, they're pushing for more guaranteed money. like especially the quarterbacks and the wide receivers. I mean, quarterbacks, like you're starting to see fully guaranteed contracts. Kirk Cousins, Deshaun Watson's got 230 guaranteed, 230 million guaranteed. So, and now wide receivers are pushing for it too. So it's like Niners, if you want to be in the market with these top level wide receivers and quarterbacks, this is the going rate. If you want Deebo Samuel, you might have to pay this. If Trey Lance works out and he's elite, guess what you're going to be paying him in 3 years?
Yep.
Are you prepared for that, or would you rather have like a tier 2 or 3 player at these important positions?
I was thinking that too. You just mentioned like yesterday on the way to job number 2. I was like, well, man, imagine what the talks are going to be when Trey Lance is due, and you have all of these push points about why you shouldn't and shouldn't pay Trey Lance, especially if he is a Pro Bowl caliber player and even better.
And what I want to leave the viewers with before we move on is it's about the guaranteed money. The average per year can be, I mean, the Niners can make it look like Deebo's the highest paid player in the league, right? They can give him that headline, and then a week later be like, oh, we can get out of it after 2 years. He's never going to get that money. The guaranteed money you can't mess around with. And you've pointed out that the Niners are very stingy on that front. And it seems like the trend is you got to open your wallet on that. It's like, guys, the cap's going up. You're worth $4.5 billion. You're one of the most, you print money. Maybe it's time to change your philosophy. I'm just saying. But anyway, that's, what do we say? 50 million we think the Niners are going to stop at? Guaranteed? 50? Sounds about right.
I'd say like 50, 55 around there.
Well, if Deebo finds out some other team might be willing to pay more, things could get interesting. Can we trade Deebo and second for Justin Jefferson?
Vikings would say go kick rocks.
I don't think so. I think they like Justin Jefferson. That's the thing. Yeah. Mekhi Becton and a second for Deebo. Becton, Trent, damn. Mekhi Becton and a second for Deebo. You really want to trade Deebo for an offensive lineman who doesn't score touchdowns?
For an offensive lineman who's not even there yet, he's very raw still. He's not even ready.